Hi, Divine Souls. I'm truly grateful you're here with me in Oriah Divine Sanctuary, a space dedicated to healing, awareness, and spiritual alignment. If this video has appeared in your life today, trust that there may be a message here meant specifically for you. If the words shared here resonate with your spirit, I encourage you to like, share, comment, and subscribe so we can continue building a community centered around truth, healing, and higher consciousness. Earlier today, during meditation, I allowed myself to slow down, to breathe, and to simply be present. And in that quiet space, I began to tune into the energetic frequency of the collective sensing what many people may be navigating on their spiritual journeys right now. And from that awareness, this message emerged. Have you ever looked in the mirror and realized, I don't recognize myself anymore? Maybe there was a time when you were confident. You trusted your instincts. You had dreams. You laughed freely. You believed in yourself. And then you entered a relationship, friendship, family dynamic, or environment where you were constantly criticized, controlled, dismissed, compared, or made to feel like you were never enough. Little by little, you started questioning yourself. Maybe I'm too sensitive. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe I really am the problem. Maybe I can't do this without them. That's what emotional manipulation can do. It doesn't always destroy confidence in one dramatic moment. Sometimes it happens slowly. A criticism here, a comparison there, a broken promise, a dismissal of your feelings, a decision made for you, a constant reminder of your mistakes. Eventually, you begin looking at yourself through someone else's eyes. And that's where the healing begins. You have to learn how to see yourself again, not through the eyes of the person who hurt you, but through the truth of who you are. If you're rebuilding your confidence, I want you to understand something. You may not have lost your confidence forever. You may have lost access to it while you were surviving. There is a difference. Sometimes survival requires you to become hyper-aware of everyone else's moods. You learn to anticipate reactions. You learn to keep the peace. You learn to question yourself before someone else can question you. But now you're in a different chapter. You don't have to live that way anymore. You can begin coming back to yourself. Step 1, start keeping promises to yourself. Confidence isn't just about believing you're amazing. Confidence is also self-trust. So start small. If you tell yourself you're going to take a walk, take the walk. If you say you're going to stop answering messages after a certain time, honor that boundary. If you promise yourself you're going to rest, rest. Every time you follow through with something you promised yourself, you're sending your mind a powerful message. I can trust me. Step 2, stop asking everyone to validate your decisions. You don't need a committee to approve every decision you make. Seek wise counsel when you need it. Listen to people you trust, but don't abandon your own judgment simply because someone disagrees with you. You are allowed to grow. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to make decisions based on what you've learned. Your past mistakes don't disqualify you from trusting yourself again. Step 3, rebuild through action. Don't wait until you feel confident to start living. Sometimes confidence comes after action. Apply for the position. Start the business. Take the class. Go to the event alone. Set the boundary. Try something you've been afraid to try. Every courageous action gives you evidence that you're capable. And eventually you stop saying, I think I can, and start saying, I know I can figure this out. Step 4, change the way you speak to yourself. You cannot heal from years of criticism by becoming your own abuser. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. When you make a mistake, don't say, I'm so stupid. Try, I made a mistake and I can learn from it. Instead of, I'll never get this right, say, I'm learning and I'm getting better. Your inner voice should become a safe place to land. Step 5, stop trying to prove your transformation. This one is important. You don't have to show the people who hurt you that you're doing better. You don't have to make them jealous. You don't have to become successful just so they regret losing you. Because if your entire healing journey is still centered around their reaction, they still have too much power. Heal because you deserve peace. Grow because you deserve growth. Become confident because you deserve to know yourself again. And here's the beautiful part. One day you won't even be thinking about whether they're watching. You won't care if they notice your glow up. You won't care if they understand your boundaries. You won't care if they regret what they did. Because you'll be too busy living, too busy building, too busy laughing, too busy loving yourself, too busy becoming. And you'll realize they didn't destroy you. They introduced you to a version of yourself you had to fight to reclaim. Maybe they made you question your worth, but you learned how to define it for yourself. Maybe they made you doubt your voice, but now you're learning to speak again. Maybe they made you afraid to trust, but now you're learning to trust yourself. And that's the victory, not revenge, not proving them wrong, reclaiming yourself. So if you're rebuilding your confidence right now, don't rush the process. Take it one decision at a time, one boundary at a time, one courageous step at a time, one promise to yourself at a time. Because the person you're becoming doesn't need permission from the people who tried to convince you that you weren't enough. They tried to destroy your confidence, but now watch you rebuild it. And this time, you're building it on something they can't take away. Self-respect, self-trust, purpose, and knowing your worth. Divine souls, thank you for stepping into Oriah Divine Sanctuary. This space exists to support your healing, elevate your awareness, and guide you through the sacred process of personal transformation. Here you are safe to grow spiritually, emotionally, and authentically. And it is truly an honor to share this journey with you. Always remember, awareness begins the healing, but your transformation begins the moment you choose to honor your voice. Until we meet again, continue walking in truth, protecting your peace, and letting your divine light shine.